We are Makilala TV, the first Filipino-American TV talk show in the New York metro area. Get to know us as we talk to the community leaders, innovators, advocates, and emerging artists who affect Filipino-American life.
Hello, I'm Christina Pastor and welcome to this episode of Makilala TV. As the Frank Sinatra song goes, love is lovelier the second time around. That may be true for some, but maybe not entirely for Emilio Quines, a retired physician, and Angie Cruz, who works as a spiritual and retreat director. They are longtime friends and colleagues in the community who found one another and got married in September this year, both of them in their 80s. As they say, love will find you anywhere and anytime. It has no schedule, no deadline. In the case of Emilio and Angie, it came at the right time. When their hearts connected, they were ready. Joining Rochelle Ocampo and me in this romantic episode is our guest co-host, Loida Nicolas Lewis, who is a good friend of the couple. Welcome to Makilala, everyone. Congratulations, Doc Emil and Doc Angie.
Thank you.
Is it too soon to ask how married life is after only 3 months? Doc Emil?
After 2 months of marriage, just like they said, there's always the question of differences, but after we compromise, then back to
Regular
program.
love making.
Wow, that escalated
Doc
very
Emil,
quickly.
you fired the first shot. Doc Angie, do you want to add to that? Do you want to amplify that?
3 months.
3 months.
I think the first 3 months he was testing me,
Oh, okay.
But I think I passed with flying colors.
Doc Emil said something about compromise.
Yes.
How is that? How is that working?
Well, I am a stickler to time.
Okay.
He he dilly-dallies, so I have to say, so if we are late a little, so what? So that is compromise for me.
So Doc Angie, you told the New York Times in this very nice article written about you that you couldn't believe, quote unquote, that you would get married at 80. Were you really thinking that you would remain unmarried the rest of your life?
Yes, and I was happy.
So,
So in fact, I was planning to go to Barcelona and look for not really a convent, but to stay with nuns, not to become a nun, but to stay with nuns, so that way I could be nearer Manresa, where Saint Ignatius wrote the spiritual exercises. That is what I do. I follow Saint Ignatius' philosophy and his spiritual exercises. So I was thinking, maybe I could go there, and then when there is a need for an English spiritual director, retreat director, I can be there, and I can help in Manresa. You should go to that place. It's really beautiful.
Anyway, Rochelle has a set of questions for you.
I do. Just to get a little sense of who you both are.
Yeah.
Who is the better cook?
I am the only cook.
The only cook. Okay, that's an easy one. How about who's the better dancer?
Me.
Yeah.
I know their roles, huh?
They know their roles. Okay. Because I remember seeing in the New York Times article that you actually approached Doc Angie for a dance, and then you were nervous because you're like, people are gonna chismis and talk about this.
Yeah, that time, the first dance.
Yeah. We had a party in my place, and of course, those are all our friends.
Yeah.
And about Filipino culture. If they see you, dancing with someone, and whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But At that time, I didn't care. I just know that, I like to dance with her.
But you only danced with Doc Angie at the time? Or you were dancing with a lot of other girls?
No, I danced. See what happened during that time. They announced that
The first dance.
couples
Yeah.
will dance, and those are partners already.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So when I danced with Angie,
Uh-huh.
so now she said, "Now you're starting a gossip,
A gossip.
or something like
Oh,
that."
yeah.
But with me, I didn't care. I just
Yeah.
wanted to dance with her.
That's right.
Oh, that's all that mattered.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a few more quick questions. What is the most memorable part of your wedding?
Me, I would say that is when the priest were telling us about our marriage vow. And for me, that's a serious thing, and I like it because of what it is, in sickness and health,
Yeah.
and for richer or poorer, and then the last part is till death. The last part.
And then last one is, what is one word that you would describe your spouse? Both, Doc Angie.
Doc Angie.
To me first, I think he's the prince of a man.
Okay, Prince. And Doc Ines, what's one word?
One word,
To describe Doc Angie.
beautiful,
Oh.
talented.
Beautiful. And,
Oh.
oh, 200. Oh,
I like the way that you look at each other.
You do. You could really tell. It's so beautiful to see that.
That's right. You have any other questions?
No,
Oh,
you're good. Let's go.
Mrs. Lewis, you're a friend of Doc Angie. So when she told you, I met someone special, what was your advice?
No. She didn't tell me. I was the one who said, Angie, he is interested in you.
How did
You were the one who set them up. No.
No, I did not set them
No.
up. We've been friends for a long time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Tell us about that moment.
No, in fact, this is my question to Dr. Emil.
Okay.
Okay. When did you first, because he's been a widower for
Yeah.
2 years.
2 years. Yeah.
Okay, and we live separate lives. So I want to ask him, when was the first time you thought, Angie is someone special?
Yeah.
Well, that happened when we attended a social event. And the congen, when we were there, said, I could marry you right here.
Gato.
Yeah. Okay.
So it gives me some thought about Angie, that it's becoming serious.
Okay.
Which but after a while, before I met her, of course, I was going out with, friends. I would say friends, because
Friends.
what happened is that I have to start from the beginning, okay? I've always been a married guy. And then when suddenly my wife passed away, I was devastated and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go out or anything like that. And I was living a bachelor's life for about 2 years until a close friend said, don't do that to yourself. The past is past. You have to live life. So I keep thinking, okay. So I went out dating with,
Different people.
different
Women.
women. But to me, the going out with them is just have a good time. You go to Broadway, have dinner, you go home, and you have a nice time. And one time, I would say, in the Filipino culture, if you are going out with someone, they add things already
Yeah.
Yes.
to what it is.
Yep, that's us.
So, but then again, they would say, what do they call this? If you go out with girls, not only one, but
Twice.
several girls,
Oh, okay. Parang playboy. Parang
Playboy.
Yeah.
Don Juan.
So
I cannot imagine you as a playboy. Doc.
So, what happened? Just like Lloyda was saying about about Angie and all that stuff, and then so it came to the point where I became seriously thinking about Angie.
Yeah.
Wow, PhD. She must be very a talented woman, and she's beautiful. And then
Yeah.
I started to see who are the guys that he might be dating and all that stuff. And I said, nobody. I said, whoa.
You have a chance.
You have a chance.
So I said,
So how did you zero in on Doc Angie, and discarded the other people?
that was when we kissed the first time.
Doc Angie, you've never been married before. Is Doc Emil the first man that you've kissed?
Did you think I was a nun?
Maybe. I don't know. This is why I want to get to know you.
No, I did not. I did not make that vow, never
Okay.
to kiss a man.
Okay. Okay.
But somehow there were. Well, at my age, what do you think? But somehow, the kiss, when I kissed, maybe 2 or 3 at the time, 2 or 3 men in my life, because I'm a very serious person. I don't play around, and to me, a kiss is very important.
Yes.
Like, unless I really like the man, I would always turn
Okay.
away.
Yeah.
Because my grandmother told me, okay, don't get, if they kiss you, you have to marry them.
Oh my.
That was my grandmother.
That was the
okay?
generation.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
to me, even when I was working in the Bronx, I would say that if you kiss me, you'll have to marry me. But somehow, the few men that I have kissed, they all turned into toads.
It's so depressing.
But when I kissed this guy, he turned into a prince.
That's
The fact that Doc Emil was married previously twice, was that a deterrent for you?
No,
No.
because I also believe that people have to live on. But I did not think that I would be the third. I mean,
yeah,
it never
yeah, that's
entered
right.
my head, As I've said, he was going around, he was seeing other women, and I thought he had a girlfriend, a steady one. So, to me, well, he's a good friend.
Yeah.
He gives us rides, He's very gentlemanly that way. Late at night, he would insist on taking us home, all of us. So.
Mrs. Lewis, you have a question?
Well, the time that I really knew he was interested was during San Lorenzo. Both Angie and I were on the altar.
What year was this?
And this was maybe 3 years ago
Okay.
or something.
I think 21, 22.
22. Okay. And so I told, so we were going to have a picture taking. And then I saw Dr. Emil, just one eyes, not anybody. I only have, going straight to Angie. And I said, Angie, he's interested in you. and that's when she said, no, he's got girlfriend. So, but I told her, just watch. And I guess from that time on, Angie started, well, let me ask.
Yeah.
Was that something that made you see that there might be something?
Yes, because you see, I respect boundaries. So I thought he had a girlfriend. But then, when Lloyda kept telling me, if he has really a girlfriend, why is he, flitting around? So I said, oh, we'll see. So I started thinking about it. And one thing, I know he is a very good guy. From the beginning, whether he was owned by his wife or whether he was married or whether he was dating somebody steadily, I just know he is a good guy.
That's right.
So when Lloyda said that, maybe Lloyda is right. Well, we'll see. Maybe because, hey, as a friend of mine said, he is a very good catch.
I wonder what that means. So, Doc Emil, when you proposed to Doc Angie, did you go down on your knee? What was it like? Tell us the proposal mode.
I would say I told her I'll marry her anytime when she's ready.
Yeah.
He could not get on money because he had a bad knee.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay.
But from the beginning,
When did it happen and where?
actually, from the beginning, when we were going, a few dates, he would say, I'm really going to marry you, so don't worry. I am very particular about that. As I've said,
Yeah.
I grew up with my grandmother.
Yeah.
So it's like, they should not say you are you are linked romantically to someone unless it will lead to the altar.
Yeah, that's right.
So, di ba, in our culture, may pangkama, may pang-altar.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know that.
Is there?
Yeah.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know that. So
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was my
Someone
Someone for
grandmother.
the bed and someone for the.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's.
I was like,
Pangkama means they're not
That's
serious.
that's
Oh,
the
not
old,
serious.
Serious,
Okay.
That's the old
Yeah.
old
That's the
school.
word.
Yeah, yeah.
With me, with regards to relationship,
Yeah.
You have respect,
Yeah.
you have trust, you have honesty, credibility, and all of that. But most of all is about love. How do you know you love someone?
Yeah.
And I went out with a lot of girls, but the only one that made me think seriously about Angie is that she asked me about, how are you? How's your blood pressure? Do you take your medicine and all of that? So
She's
when
very
it comes
caring,
to
right.
when it comes to mutual love, there's the thing that they call you have kindness,
Yeah.
caring, concern, compassion. And the last thing, of course, after that is commitment,
Yeah.
getting married. So she's different from the rest of the other people, girls that I've been going out with. We just go out casually and all that stuff, but no concern about how are you or anything like that. You just go out, have a nice time. But
So that's
Angie
when
is
you
different.
started thinking about getting married. That's at that point.
at that point, I said, I think she's a special woman, and she has that what I call the feeling of mutual love between us.
Okay. Yeah.
Because of what I told you before, that
Yeah.
she's different.
Yeah.
She asked me about my health, and the two best investments in life is health and wealth, right?
Yeah.
So
And
I
you
did ask
and-
about the wealth.
so she's concerned about my
the health.
my health and
the
all
health
that
part.
stuff, and so I said she's different from the
Because
rest.
she knows you have no problem with wealth. Joke lang. Anyway, when you broke the news to your families, what were their reactions?
My family was happy. My brother, my youngest brother is very close to me, and he almost cried. He said, because I think brothers are afraid for their sisters to be alone.
Oh.
It's like dads and moms.
Yeah.
So he was very happy, but he could not believe that I found someone finally, because he knew how choosy I was. He knew some of the men that were linked to me. So he was very happy.
Yeah.
and Dr. Emil, how about your
What
kids?
about your family?
With me, my children, just like me with my parents, I was told always to stand on your own 2 feet. You cannot help others without, you cannot help yourself and all that stuff. And my children know that I am an independent guy, and that's what they followed, with me, and that's the reason why they have their own family and all that stuff, and they understand that me being independent myself, they accepted on what decision I had regarding,
They warmed up to Doc Angie right away
Oh,
when
yeah.
you told them. Yeah.
they are professionals,
Oh,
they
okay.
they understand.
Yeah.
It's hard to be living alone
Yeah, that's true.
after a while, and they know. Um, I was living alone. They come and visit me and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but it's different,
It can be very lonely, right?
Yeah, and they do understand that
Yeah.
kind of thing, and
Mrs.
they
Lewis?
were.
Yes. When Angie told me that she's going to meet the daughter, the only daughter, two men and one woman, she told me that she was nervous. She was nervous, but that there was a Thanksgiving, I think.
Yeah.
What was the time, Angie, that you started to feel okay? I think they are going to accept me.
Well,
You met on Thanksgiving.
no,
She was
the first
going.
time was
She's a
on
very good cook. Dr. Angie is a very good cook.
it was on her birthday, and so I gave her a gift, and oh no, the first time I met them was on the birthday of his son, and that was when I was a little nervous because they were so formal, and it was at a restaurant. But then when she came to his house on her birthday, and we were going out afterwards, I could see she warmed up a bit.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe she saw that I would serve. That's me. I give you food, so I would serve him at the restaurant. So I guess they were looking at that.
Yeah, that's right.
And they saw.
And didn't you cook something special?
Oh yeah, and then that was, I think, on the birthday of Emilio. They insisted, no, we're going to restaurant. No, let's
You
have
mean
it
Junior?
Oh.
here. No,
Emilio
Emilio,
the third.
Junior.
Emilio
Yeah,
Junior.
the son,
Yeah,
right?
Emilio
Yeah.
the third. Because he's a junior. So I said, no, he wanted to go to a restaurant. No, we'll cook. And somebody gave us fish, so I made striped bass almondine, and I made some fennel salad. And so I created a
You
meal.
hosted in your house, or you hosted in
and
your
chicken
house?
lollipops,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
and all that. So we had it at the house.
Ah,
I think
okay.
we just bought lobsters to add, and maybe they saw.
Yeah.
I don't know what they thought of me, but they saw that I can be a homebody.
Yeah, that's right.
It's very difficult. If you think about somebody that could potentially replace their mom,
That's another
Yeah.
thing.
just grown adults, like they're still, they have their mom. So
Still.
it's very powerful to see that transition of your kids for a new woman in your life.
Yeah.
I think my question leading up to that is, was there anyone, like any of your friends, that were against this relationship?
I don't know of anyone.
If
Who is
they-
against?
they
Maybe
probably
someone who
wouldn't
was
tell you.
interested in him.
Oh yeah, they wanted him.
Yes.
Or maybe they wouldn't tell you, right?
Yeah, they wouldn't tell.
Well, Angie, didn't I tell you? Anyone who is sad that you're getting married is not your friend.
Right?
Really? Is
Loida
that
kept
true?
saying that everybody was happy for me.
Everyone, yeah.
So, Christmas is coming up, and there's a lot of series of holidays. What are your plans? Will you be staying home, or will you be traveling?
Well, it's too soon because it will be next year, right? Not.
No, this coming holidays.
Oh, the
Christmas.
coming holidays.
Yeah, this coming
They
Christmas.
already planned our Christmas party in the house of my daughter,
Ah,
and
That was for the
everyone will
family?
be there. Yeah, the whole family will be there.
Oh.
But that is December 24th.
yeah.
So December 25th, I want to go to my church, St. Francis Xavier, and then we will have a quiet day together
Quiet dinner.
on the day
Oh,
itself.
okay. All right.
Yeah, I
Rochelle?
feel like when I first heard of your relationship, I felt like, wow, at 80 or at older age, that they found love, and it really made me feel like there was hope for anyone to feel like that they can find love or companionship at any age.
Thank you. That was the reason why I agreed when Loida said, let's have the New York Times cover it. At first I was embarrassed. Wow. 80s. But then that you have said, and she said it, you will give hope to the people, and and put love on a higher level.
Yes, there's so much hate and toxic things out there. It's good to highlight something beautiful like you. Yeah.
I have a quick question, Doc Angie. Are you going to get his surname? Are you using his surname?
Once in a while, we'll put Cruz dash Kines.
Kines,
But most of the time, I guess I might use my name. Because,
Just Cruz.
Yeah.
Oh,
because
okay.
You've been
Oh.
using it for 80 years.
I'm sorry, we're running out of time. So thanks so much. So if I were to ask you, both of you, love is lovelier, ... How would you complete the sentence? Doc Emil.
Love, when it comes, it doesn't matter, you know, second, third, fourth, or whatever. When it comes, it comes.
Yeah.
And you just have to live your life, and things happen the way they happen. You
That's
don't plan it and all that stuff.
That's right. And
So,
Doc Angie?
I would change that. I would say love is loveliest when you find someone with whom you can really relate, your soulmate. Love is always loveliest.
Very well said. Take note, Frank Sinatra. So
Maybe I should say I should write my own song. Love is loveliest.
why not? Thank you so much for coming down to our show, Doc Emil,
Thank you.
Doc Angie, and Mrs. Lewis. So nice to see you both enjoying each other's company and being so in love. Mrs. Lewis, thank you for joining us and helping us pry open the life of this very private couple. Rochelle, thanks. And to everyone who are watching us, thank you for watching.